What's going on, YouTubers? Rick James here, bitches. Um, the quality of the video might suck. There might be a line across your screen or something because my phone's cracked and it went right across the camera. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Everything looks fine to me, but I don't know how this video is going to come out because I haven't made one since I cracked the phone. Anyways, we seriously got to start giving a shit, people. We seriously got to start caring. We just nobody wants to try. Nobody wants to do the work. I know this job sucks, but you know what? It's not about attacking anybody with a gun or anything. It's just about stop accepting what's happening to us. Stop putting up with it, you know what I mean? Don't consent to this criminal behavior by the police. Because as soon as you stop that one right there, that's going to stop all the other criminal behavior by the politicians. They get away with it because they have their police out here doing the same thing they're doing. I know y'all feel the same way I do. I know I sound like a lunatic in some of my videos because I'm upset. I'm very upset, people. I have an 8-year-old daughter and this affects her. So now that I realize the system that we're all in, I can't just ignore it, I feel it's my obligation to tell everybody else about it because we're all in it together. Through the language and all these symbols around us from these corporations, that's how we're being mind controlled, people. That's why you don't know what's happening to you, because you're not aware of what they use to control you. And it's all around you all the time. So once you're aware of what they use to control you, then you see it everywhere. You have to look with new eyes though, people. It's time for us to start being responsible. This whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. We got people dying every day. We got wars that are all unnecessary. All these wars are orchestrated so they can keep us all enslaved and kill us off and thin the herd out, basically. They're all orchestrated to steal resources and carry out hidden agendas. Every war, has been orchestrated. So, like I said, the stuff is deep. It's very deep how much information's involved in what's being done to us. Like I said, you can spend an entire lifetime on one of these areas of research. I didn't do that, folks. I understood the subject I was looking at, you know what I mean? Got a lot of information on it, and then I moved on. Researched something else. And as I kept doing that, the pieces just slowly came together. And you keep getting these aha moments. So, like I said, my previous videos, I'm going to mellow it out a little bit because, nobody wants to hear that ranting and raving shit all the time. But like I said, folks, I'm very upset. I'm upset that there's people starving. That could just as easily be you in that predicament as that person on the street. So we need to seriously think about that and have compassion, because everything is free here. It really is. You just have to use your energy to get it. And that's what we're not doing. We're not using our energy, but somebody else is. These corporations are using our energy. And then they trade us this worthless piece of paper called money. Okay? That's why they call it currency, because they're stealing your energy, your current, you know, and trading you a worthless piece of paper in return. So they're getting energy for this piece of paper. So that's why they call it currency, because that's what it generates. That money generates energy, your energy. And most people will do anything for it. And it's a worthless piece of paper, folks. It has no value other than the value that you've been brainwashed into believing. Like I said, if you were born in the zoo or in a cage and somebody brought you your food every day, that would seem like a completely normal life to you. You would never have a problem with it. You wouldn't see anything out of the ordinary with it because you've known it since birth. Well, that's what happened here. Your parents just taught you what they knew, which was an enslavement program, but they didn't know. You know, so you were born in a cage, basically. Just think about that with the piece of paper. I want you to seriously think about that. Money. It's a piece of paper with some ink on it. They put the president's face on there to make you think it has some kind of value, like it has some kind of authority. It doesn't. We're all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. We're all in the same boat. So, you know, if we help each other, you know, like I said, they've turned everything here into a competition instead of a cooperation. You know, well, they have a cooperation and a corporation. That corporation is cooperating, those corporations are cooperating to enslave you and steal your energy. Because, like I said, with that worthless piece of paper that they gave you for your energy, they did the same thing to everybody else. They gave them that same worthless piece of paper. Now, anytime you want any one of these products that one of these other slaves made, you know, you have to give that worthless piece of paper back. And so do all the rest of the slaves when they want other products that were created. Okay, so that's the money back guarantee, people, right there. They're going to get that money back guaranteed. That way they can give it to you again and steal some more of your energy. And they didn't even have to reproduce any more money now, did they? They recycled the same money that they gave you in the first place. You know, so like I said, they try to make the Federal Reserve look like some complicated thing. It's not. They create money out of nothing and they charge you interest on it like they borrowed it from somewhere. They didn't borrow it. They printed it. It's worthless. It holds no value. A machine created it, but you're giving up your raw energy for it. And that machine can produce a lot more money than you can in labor for that money. So does that seem like a fair trade to you even? You know? But like I said, people, we're all in this together, you know? And they've turned it into a competition with the knowledge and everything else. Look at the sports teams and everything. You know, they guys divided and conquered with that because you don't like my team and I don't like your team. So we fight each other or are arguing with each other when our teams are doing bad or good. And we're watching the game together. You know, they, with the cooperation, we're working together. Okay? I lost my train of thought on the other word I was just talking about. Competition. You know? Like the job. It's a competition to get to the higher paying position. When you're still in a slave position, you just wear a different hat. Okay? So, and you don't want nobody to get your position because it pays more. Because you're trying to get more of that currency, you know what I mean? So you can buy more shit out here. And therefore, you're going to keep knowledge from people. That way they can't advance and be a threat to your job. So now, with this money for work thing. I steal your energy and give you money in return, and there's different levels of this, and you get more authority. You get to tell people what to do, and you get to do less work. You know, if we get rid of that and we start cooperating, then we solve the problem, people. You know, because we don't need money for anything. Everything we produce comes from the ground, plain and simple. We get an idea, we think about it. How do we create it? Where do we go? We always return to the earth, baby. We always extract something from the ground, or something growing out of the ground, to create whatever we want. Okay? So, like I said, but we're doing it wrong. Something came over here and extracted all of our energy, whether it be aliens or whatever you believe, demons, devils, whatever you happen to think it is. Doesn't matter what it is. The only thing that matters is we're all slaves and we need to get out of it. And just hiding from it and not calling me, 480-233-7779. Actually, 602. Oh, did I say that? I don't know, remember if I said 602. Yeah, I did, I think. Or no, it's not 602. What the fuck am I thinking? It's 480-233-7779. Got a fucking brain conjunction there. Anyways, you know, call that number, folks. I got serious knowledge about how all this stuff works and how it happened to us. You know, we're all in it together, so you know we need to cooperate to get out of it instead of competing. Like I said, this competition is everywhere. That's why they got your kids going to sports in school and competing, and you know, because they're instilling that at a young age, that competition. Oh, it's a competition. Oh, it's a race. You know what I mean? Oh, I got to be number one. That way they got everybody clawing at each other trying to get to the top. So it creates a lot of problems and confusion and lies and shit. You know, but when we use our energy, which is how all of it gets here anyways, and we use that to we cooperate it with each other, we can create anything. You know, everything's already here, so you guys are worried about, you know, you have this perception, oh, the world's going to end if we try to disturb or rock the boat. No, it's not. It's not going to end.
Where are you at?
See how people act? He's yelling at his son, trying to find out where he's at. He's got to yell at him like that. I don't know if you heard that, but that's the problem. That's the problem with people right there. They don't know how to fucking act. So, like I said, you know, everything gets here from our energy. Once again, I got off track there because of that. So, see how this shit works? There's constantly something fucking with you to throw your train of thought off. But, like I said, we need to cooperate. Everything gets here from our thought and what we think of and create. We get it from the ground. Oh, yeah. Everything's here already. I got my train of thought back. Everything's here already, so don't worry about the world come to an end if we try to rock the boat or change it. We don't have to shoot people. We just got to stop consenting to this criminal behavior that's being done to us. We just got to stop putting up with it by saying, no. Did I create any loss or harm? Meaning, did I create any personal injury or property damage? No? Did I contract to do that? Either of the two? No? Well, then there's no crime. You know, like I said, there has to be a victim for a crime to take place, people, but we've been brainwashed and bullshitted into believing that there's a law that you can't do this or that. No, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't create any loss or harm. which is personal injury or property damage, or contract to do that. So, like I said, it's not complicated, people, but they've complicated it so they could enslave us all. Okay? So, I hope some of you other guys who have watched some of my other videos who have made comments on, you need to tone it down, little Rick. I hope you enjoy this video because I toned it down. I'm trying to reach you people, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to push you away. I've got hundreds of videos and not one phone call yet, people. You know, because everybody's that scared. But we don't need to be scared. We just need to cooperate together, you know what I mean? And stop being afraid of each other and stop being afraid to communicate with each other and suggest things and, you know, fix this. Like I said, let's just fix it. We know what the problem is. Anyways, wholeness, balance, in vibrations. I love you all. I'm Rick James, bitches, and I approve this message.